Today we are back here with another episode of Chicken and Friends Gaming. We are continuing our Dynastylocke for Dragon Warrior monsters. So, with our progress last time, I basically grinded up a little bit, got some people up to level 10 so we could use the Starry Night Shrine as promised in this episode. And before we can do that, we got to conquer our first challenge in the arena, which means that we got to win ourselves a tournament. So, first of all, I want to go ahead and show you a fun little quirky arena feature in this game. So let me go ahead and get into that right here. So as I mentioned before, each monster has its own personality. They get their own dialogue actually in the game based on the personality. It's mostly pretty unique. It can kind of overlap occasionally, but let's check it out. So if I looked at my personalities for my monsters here, Grunt, our army ant, has reckless personality. Fawn also is reckless, and Gremlin is vain. So let's see how that impacts their dialogue. So our vain Gremlin here says, "Everybody says I am vain, but how could I be?" Very nice. And then we got Fawn here going, "Grr, I am overflowing with power." And Grunt is going to say the same thing here. So we got two monsters believing that they are overflowing with power, and another that basically thinks much too highly of itself. Now I'm going to give a couple of pieces of meat over to our Gremlin here. This is going to enable us to make sure that it obeys my commands every time. I don't think at 20 wildness it would have been too big of a deal anyway, but I just don't want to take the risk. I'm going to get everything below 20 wildness so that all my commands are obeyed. That's another sort of use for the meat in this game. Okay, that should be good enough. Is that if you got anything with a certain level of wildness on your team, you could actually get them to obey you using that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure that the order necessarily matters, but what I want to do is put my fastest one here. I'm just going to do it like that. Don't know how much it really matters that much. And then I'm going to make sure the commands are all set to charge in the beginning, so I can just click start. And this brings us to the Coliseum. Now we get to go ahead and talk over here. Chicken, I was waiting for you. You should strive to represent the kingdom. You have to win through classes to be the rep. You can also skip classes. Which class do you want to register for? So we already did our G class earlier on. We beat that guy. That brings us to the F class. This is going to enable us to try and open up some new gates so we can move on with the game and also get the Starry Night Shrine. So we got the interesting soundtrack going on with all the people whistling in the background, everyone cheering them on, they're welcoming, and it says, "Let's begin the match." So we got 3 of the same monster with this particular master. These are going to be Spot Slime, as you see. As I mentioned before, each of the monsters you battle in the first couple of battles here are going to be all found within the gate itself. A Snark here is going to knock out one of them with that fireball. That was really helpful. Ooh, I'm glad that call was not heard. That could have been devastating for me in the early goings here. And this should take care of them. Didn't even get a scratch on me there. Very easy match. Like I said, I spent a little time grinding everybody up to level 10 so we could use the shrine, so we might be a little OP on these guys. Now this middle monster I'm about to fight here is going to be the one I got to watch out for. This thing is pretty powerful in attack, and it does use the charge up move, the Almirage. So let's see what we got. We're going to attack the Mud Dolls, and Grunt lands a... oh, there's the charge. See, that thing's pretty reckless. It's doesn't have any regard for its own health, and that one went right after Grunt. That was a pretty easy match still. Took a lot of damage there, though. Now, I don't necessarily need any kind of like limit here to like how many monsters I end up with, as long as I just win this match. So I don't know that I want to waste any MP trying to heal Grunt here. Grunt's got that sleep attack, but at the same time, it's not very powerful. Uh-oh, confusing my monsters there. It's going to be a lot like Pokemon, only you can attack your allies when people are confused, and yourself, as you saw there. So my monsters are a little confused here. This one tripped itself. They're becoming more confused. You can become more confused. There are degrees of confusion. And my monsters are attacking each other now. This is getting very interesting. So Grunt didn't receive much damage on that one, thankfully. Got a couple returning to normal. Grunt is not doing so well, as we can see here. Took out the Mad Raven, which is nice. I don't think that these other two are going to cause us enough trouble that we need to worry about them. Wow, that thing lived on one, huh? How about this? Why don't we just heal you? You've earned it at this point. If you want to survive that long, you deserve to see the end of the battle. Alright. So I don't need to heal the other two. I think we're good. I think our defense is so high that these guys can't really do anything to us. Even if they take out Snark, which they won't, because this Fireball should take care of Skolru there. Yeah, this thing's good. We're fine. I knocked out my stronger caster there, but it's not going to make too big of a difference. Both of my guys can take out this thing. All the casting in the world is not going to save it now. Yeah, this thing's done. So we were going to win this Coliseum battle here, and we have won this class. Master Chicken surviving. It's kind of interesting that what I consider to be my strongest monster ended up being the one killed there. So we got the monster gates opened up here. Let's see what this guy has to say. He survived E-class. Oh, you're still in F-class? Oh, call me a master. Oh, this guy's getting kind of cocky here. So maybe we'll have to take him out next time around. Let's just see what we have around here. Monster sleeping peacefully in this barrel. Nothing in that barrel. Hey, a tiny metal. Cool. So some hidden items here. Warboo has visited that apparently. Let's just kind of see what everybody has to offer in the end game here. Memories and Bewilder. He's telling me to go breed. It's about that time. One not able to speak much on the language there. This one's just going to tell you. These two will tell you what's in the gates. I don't really care too much about that right now. Let's see what we have over here. Restaurants back there. Let's see what's in here. Looks in the jar as a piece of paper. Something's written on. Good things will happen if you defeat Goopy 5 times in a row. Old lady's notebook with an educational guide. Why not? Let's see. Charge makes them brave. They have a better chance to make clean hits, which would be crits. Mix makes them wiser. They easily decide which support skill is best. Cautious is for healing. They don't use MP, but sometimes heal their damages. So that's kind of your overview as to how to use the commands. We got rivals at the entrances here. Watch out for foreign masters behind the Traveler's Gates. I can make Mincy out of you, wimp. That's a lot of talk, buddy. I managed to beat one while I was grinding up, but I'm sure we'll see more now that I beat one. Wow, this guy's got something to say. All balance combinations. Okay. So it's just battle tips. This guy appears to be an army vet. And that's unfortunate. Alright, let's see here. These guys here are saying, saturate your protectors of the Great Tree before you go to your quest. Make an entry in the journal, it's a good idea. So that's just saving the game is what it's talking about. The wife of the king, the queen is, yeah, sure, you can meet her if you win rock, paper, scissors with Goopy over there. The tired man at the restaurant might even give you a better idea. So let's see if we can win. Rock, paper, scissors. Select your choice by stepping on the panels in front of me. When you do it again, step on the panel. You don't need to come up to me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. I'm going to go with scissors first. Alright. I'm going to go with paper. He wins. Okay, so looks like either scissors and then rock. So scissors, rock. Let's go with scissors again. Let's go paper. And then darn again. Let's go with this one. Scissors. Alright, we ended up winning. Cool. So we unlocked the Queen of Great Tree. Up this staircase here. We got this guy. Our guest is Mick. Alright, so he's just saying tip to go see the Starry Night Shrine. Stuffed animal looks from, hey, a little bit of an Easter egg, huh? Queen of Great Tree, I like to watch battles. Seems you haven't paid a visit to the Starry Shrine. Come back later, I'm not interested in weaklings. Wow, these people got some choice words for me over here. Coming in strong. Alright, this thing's pretty interesting. This thing will mimic different monsters that you have. And yourself as well. Big Roos is roasting big time. So it's talking about a monster we're probably going to see in the next thing there. And that's just going to be the monster school. It's a little boring, and I realize this isn't very action-packed at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and just head on back to the shrine, since we had promised that. So down the hole we go, and down here, and look at this, we have it unlocked. Now what I want to do, let's check out what we have here. So this is the egg consultant. You evaluate the eggs, you can see what kinds of skills you have, what its gender will be, and then the blessings will change the gender of the monster. So you're actually able to control exactly what the gender is in case you're catching too much of one specific gender. So let's evaluate our Sky Dragon egg. It's going to cost us 20. Grow up fast, it's smart, and it's a girl. And that's all it can tell us for now. And I think I'll leave it as a girl. I'm pretty sure that we may need some more males down the road here, but since that is a keeping monster here, since it was a static, I would say that keeping as a girl is a good idea because my other dragon's a male. So, alright. And this is the guy that took us in. Okay, so he kind of just explains it there. Not much to explain. You breed 2 monsters, you make another monster, and then from there you basically can make new monsters or keep their skills, lots of different things. So we got Batty at level 10, which is able to breed. This one can breed. I think of the ones I've caught, and then Go Hopper would be the only other one. It's not particularly worth it right now to be getting into anything because I don't know that a lot of these are really ready and it's not really worthwhile, but what we're going to do is hatch this egg and add it to our team. And we're going to remove Grunt from the team because Grunt would be the weakest of our monsters there. Skills are really not the best. So we got ourselves a Sky Dragon. Alright, let's call you Danny. And I'm going to have you go ahead and just start burning everything, you know? That's what you do. Alright, so Grunt, you can go back to the farm. You're ready to breed if we want you to. And let's go ahead and get started on our travels. So I think the fastest way to get back to the Traveler's Gates on the top of the castle here would just be to go here. And then we can just go right here. So that's a little way, you can jump up the vine and it'll bring you right back to the top there. We are going to be going into a new Traveler's Gate here with a monster that only has level 1, so this will be kind of interesting. We'll see how this goes. This thing is pretty powerful for where we are in the game, so I think it will be okay as long as the other monsters pull their weight. Alright, on to floor 1. Some herbs, another herb, so a lot of healing items which could serve us pretty well, and what do you know? We already reached the end of that one. So let's see what we got next here. Trees. Got ourselves a forest. And our first battle in the new gate. A couple of dragon kids, interesting. They're going to be pretty resistant to fire here, so I can't double attack them. These things are pretty decent. I'm gonna knock one out there. Danny did nothing. Uh-oh. Thankfully, 2 of them woke up. That's a pretty useful little skill, though, to sleep air. Snark did not fall asleep, which is good. I got a couple of these guys. And this thing tacks all its HP, which is helpful for me. Wow, 7 damage on the level 1 as a base. That's a great attack. I'll give it that. Gonna level up a couple times. There's a multi-attack there. So you can see why Sky Dragon's pretty useful here in the early game. Can be a real wrecker for you. Okay, so we got a couple of pieces of meat there. And on to our second battle. A Goopy and a Caterpillar. Now, we saw Goopy in previous gates. Nothing particularly impressive about that monster. We're going to heal up Danny here just because it's kind of low. Don't want it to die. And a Fire Air attack at level 3, man. It's a nice skill to have. Alright, we can charge at this Goopy. This thing will go down. I think on this attack here. Fawn is hitting hard there. Danny at level 4 there. So it's growing pretty fast, particularly for a dragon. I don't know that it's going to be something that continues. I think as it starts to level up, it's going to go a lot slower here. Dragons usually take quite a while to grow, but so far it's making enough progress to be potentially useful for once we get to the boss of this gate. There's a Fire Air. It's got a lot of MP for a monster that's significantly lower in level than these others. It must have come from a pretty powerful little Sky Dragon there, at least for early game. Alright, let's go down this way. Let's see what's in store for us. Taking a completionist approach here. Just going to everything and grabbing every item. And a Caterpillar. Interesting idea there. I don't know that we need to do that to one monster, but trying to apply weaknesses. And as you can see, we're getting a lot more experience than in previous runs through here, so that's at least good. This guy's wasting a lot of his MP. I don't know how I feel about that. Of course, it replenishes as we walk. It's just, these are pretty weak monsters. We can knock these out just attacking them, and they're not going to do a lot to us. Caterpillar is mostly known as being kind of a buffer type monster. It'll use the spell Upper in this particular part of the game, which will improve the defenses of one monster at a time. So it's not really that useful. It can hit a little bit, it can do a little damage, but it's not really the most useful. So alright, we've gotten through all the stuff here. Just double checking to see how many floors there are. There's only 4 floors in this gate, so you can't expect the boss monster to be particularly strong. It's not going to be a huge challenge. I think if we had a sleep attack, like with Grunt, it could be pretty useful, but I think I would take the ability to attack strong. Oh wow, look at this. We ended up getting healed anyway. Guess we didn't have to use the herbs necessarily. I wonder if that was something that may have been potentially triggered by picking up all the items. I think from my memory, those particular floors are completely random. Okay. Looks like there's space for a nut here. This is going to be a nut of some sort or a seed. Intelligence seed. Okay, who needs more brains here? You got 25, 54, and 22. I think I'm going to give it to the dragon because I think that its skills will be a little more useful to us over time, and I want to make sure that it can actually learn them. So there'll be another fire attack that it's going to learn pretty soon here. Or multi-cut, I think is what it is. That's going to be luck in the level 30-ish, but the more we can do to boost its stats, the greater chance it can actually end up learning it. So it's casting Sap. What about a 37 attack on that thing there? a shout. It's pretty good. It's lower level than a lot of these things that we're encountering, and look at that base on a 24 there. That's nice. I think it's pretty useful for us right now. 46 experience, very nice. These other monsters are going to start leveling up pretty soon here. And the more experience we get here, the more that the monsters back on the farm are going to be able to share with each other. Ooh, look at this, a foreign master. All right. Well, let's use some of our least useful items in this thing here. We've got room for 2. I'm going to dump a warp wing here because we are going to get another one if we defeat this guy. Bold strategy. I'm going to run away because I want to make sure we're fully healed against this guy, so I do not want to know what to expect. A windmerge, an army crab, and a wyvern. Now I'm going to start using some stuff on this for meat because with these foreign masters, they often breed skills into these monsters that are not what you would expect to see in them, so you can get some unique skills off of them. And these are pretty formidable foes. They're not anything that's scaring me too much yet. Might have to do some healing every so often, but I think we can handle these guys. I want to make sure we get at least one more rib in. I think we can survive another hit before we start healing, so... Ooh, that's going to do some damage. 190. Good experience there. Ah, I didn't get either of them. I wasted my 2 best meats there. But I did get a sirloin out of it. That's like practically an automatic catch of anything I want. And we could save those if we encounter another of these monster masters at some point. Now the items you do use in battle typically can dictate what kinds of items you get back from these guys, which is nice. So that should be cool. Okay, well, we haven't caught anything in this go around yet. What I want to do is let's have you charge. No, you know what? We're just gonna run away because I do not want to end up using items on these guys and then just have to use them again. I don't want to have to use some MP to heal. Okay, let's see. I think we got most of this out of the way. I think the hole should be down here. The left. Oh wow, really to the left. So we have quite a bit left to explore. You know what, just in the sake of making this more interesting, and on top of that, getting some experience before we fight this boss, I'll go ahead and fight these guys. If we do catch this fairy rat, it could be kind of useful to us. I'm not going to give it any meat because I don't really care that much for it, but it is a beast type, which means that we could get Fawn some reinforcement here. 59 experience, pretty good. Okay. So this thing is growing pretty well for us, and I think the stuff back on the farm should mostly be pretty close to the levels we want them to. I think we're going to have to do a lot more battling before we hit this boss anyway. Because that thing is, I think, going to have quite a bit of reinforcements around it if I'm thinking of the right boss here. Look at the attack on that. That is nice. So we're going to get some experience out of this anyway. Okay. Oh, it's a different one. Interesting. Alright, so this is also going to be a beast, and it's going to be one I'm allowed to use, which is quite nice. This will be the boss, and I did not catch anything. It's going to automatically get up if I catch it. Now, beating it's going to be the hard part here. So it is fairly powerful. Got 12 damage on that. Dodged Fawn's attack. This will be kind of interesting. Oof. Snark does not have great defense. We're going to need to hope that we catch another double family type here. Because I need to improve the defense on this. I really like it. Oof, that's terrible defense too. This thing's not going to last much longer, this Mad Cat. I'm going to use an herb on Fawn here just to keep it alive, because Fawn's attack, she's doing some work. Mad Cat's got some great speed on it. Ooh, Mad Cat gets up. And yes, I do want to add Mad Cat to my party. What should I name my Mad Cat? Alright, let's name you... It's gotta be a 4-letter name. Let's name you... Max. Mad Max. Mad Max the Mad Cat. I'm gonna give you 2 X's. It's an extreme cat right there. Look how crazy it looks with those big ol' eyes. Alright, so you know what? Let's just replace Fawn, because Fawn's doing okay. Fawn hasn't learned really any skills, and it's not doing much in the way of leveling up. Although, what level are you, Max? 12? Oh, that's fantastic. I'm just going to breed the 2 of you right away. So Max, you do not have to go with me, then. Fine with that. This will be interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and breed Fawn with the Mad Cat right off the bat. And I'm going to keep the Anteater. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have some souped up Anteater by the end of this game here. Have I been to the Starry Night Shrine? You mind reader, you. Okay. So at least I'm going to start getting some skills with an Anteater in a second here, because this thing was not going very fast. Now, from what I recall, I don't think I can get to the Starry Night Shrine here yet. No, I can't. Okay. If I jump down that hole over there, it'll take me right to the arena. But after there is an event later in the game that's triggered, it'll enable me to get down to the Starry Night Shrine quicker, which will be very helpful, because I really don't like walking back and forth all the time to this thing. There is a secret gate that I can unlock at some point here. The problem is I do not have the requirements yet for that, so we'll see how we can do that later on here. So let's breed. Let's get down to some breeding. I'm going to go ahead and stick Fawn as the pedigree here. Now, order does matter with this. The pedigree influences which monster. First, the family is based off if you breed 2 things of different families. If they're the same family, then it influences which one of them the new monster will basically be. So let's go with Max and Fawn here. I'm going to breed a Mad Cat with an Anteater, and it's going to make an Anteater +1. Now +1 refers to the pedigree of the animal. How many times has it been bred? I believe if you breed 2 monsters who have already been bred, it increases the number on the pedigree by just, I think, adding them together. I don't know that it's an average. I think it's just adding it together, and the stats become sort of averaged and divided out. Let's see. I honestly don't care what sex this Anteater is, because I don't have any other beasts anyway. But we're gonna hatch ourselves our first homemade egg here. Homebred egg. Alright, so I'm gonna get an Anteater with some slash skills on it. Which I suppose, if I really wanted to, I could take the slash approach with this guy and try to get Giga Slash on this thing, which would make this pretty great. So this is a boy Anteater. I'm just gonna call you Tony. Ant Tony. Alright. Tony it is. And yes, I would love to take Tony with me right now. I'm a souped up Anteater. Okay, let's take a look. Is anybody else ready to breed? We got Batty, Grunt, Danny, Drogo, Kix. That's pretty funny, actually. I could breed Danny and Drogo. That works. Alright, then we got Go-Go. So no one else is really ready to breed yet, so let's just head on into that second gate. Now, if we look at this Anteater, look at that. It's starting out at level 1 with 28 HP and 14 MP. That's pretty good. And as you can see, its agility is at 24 as a base, and that's because I bred it with the Mad Cat, which is a very fast creature. It will have the ability to learn the inherent skills of both of those guys there. Since it was already an Anteater, it would learn the Anteater skills anyway, but the Mad Cat will give it some slash skills. I think a vacuum slash, a squall hit, and maybe a leg sweep or something like that will be the types of things it's going to learn. Leg sweep's a pretty cool disable type move, which will be helpful. Alright, let's get to our second gate of the day, and then after that we'll wrap up the filming for today. Alright, so 16G. Okay. Oh, a couple of dragons here. This is going to give us some pretty good experience. Hopefully the Anteater lives through this. Alright, mini Drac down. This is not going to go well. Tony missed the attack, so that's cool. I'm down with that. And Danny is just wrecking stuff. Tony is just growing fast. Hopefully its intelligence will be strong enough to actually start learning some of these skills. There's our hole. Yeah, we got both of these dragons again. It's good enough to level up Tony last time around, so I want to see Tony land an attack. Alright, let's see what we got. Danny's gonna do a lot of damage, and Snark's gonna take care of this guy. You'll get your chance, Tony. You'll get your chance. Okay, so we got some more gold here. We do have a sirloin in our pockets here. The only thing I dislike about the meats is that over time they lose quality, and they basically just go to the meat that's the one lower tier below it. So this sirloin, if we don't use it within a certain amount of time, is going to become a rib, and then it's going to become a pork chop. Pork chop becomes beef jerky, and then beef jerky becomes bad meat, which can actually poison your enemies. Hey, a big roost! I kind of want to catch this. I know that it's not the best one I could look for, but it is a chicken, and I'm chicken. I want to use chicken. But, however, we are kind of running slim in terms of party room here. And what we really need... Actually, you know what? The other guy that I do want to catch in this, I can just keep my Snark on my team with. I'm just going to make some choices, interesting choices. Oh, wow, look at these guys using Lushlix over here. Scaring my poor Tony. Okay, Danny. Do your damage, and then Tony. Oh, wow, 23 attack. That's pretty good. Ah, we get a spot slime. That's unfortunate. Alright. Spot slime, I'm going to name you Suki. Suki the spot slime. I'm not going to take you with me on my quest, you weakling. How dare you ruin my slot. Okay, well in that case I guess, I still want to catch a chicken. And I really could use one of the ones in the later part here to soup up my Snark. Get an OP gremlin going. Oh man. Danny cannot be bothered with this sand. Tony has not learned any skills yet. Tony's got no skills. Why not? Your intelligence is pretty low. Maybe that's what it's about. Maybe your agility is just too low. I don't know. Got okay MP. Alright, we're almost done with this very large section of a Traveler's Gate here. Another mini Drac. Destroy this thing immediately. The battle sequence almost took as long as just running away anyway. Okay. Let's see. Big Roost. Big Roost. Did 2 damage instead of 1. And he's just OP. Look at that. KO. Instant KO going on here. I feel like I got a lot more experience out of that other gate. Okay. Now there are a couple of very interesting monsters we're going to encounter in this guy here. Some of which have some very good disabling skills. Others just have very good magical skills. So, oh, this guy's going to warp us right to the end here. So hey, that'll make things pretty concise, won't they? Gotta sneeze. Oh, went away. Fantastic. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and heal my guys up because I do not know what this guy has in store for me and I do not want to take any chances. Alright, and hopefully you got something worth using a sirloin on, because I would love that. I might as well use it. It's not like I'm going to get another chance on anything here. Sirloin goes to you. Who of you will join forces with me and make a good kind of breeding partner here? Wyvern's got Wind Beast. This guy is just attacking people. I guess the answer to that question is not Wyvern. Ooh, we did a little bit of damage there, Slimeborg. Now, getting a Slimeborg could be potentially useful, but I'm going to hold any reservations here. Oh, okay, that's good. So Slimeborg is likely to be ours. Ooh, Firebane, a 2nd level skill. Oh, and Slimeborg does not want to join us. That is interesting. I really could have used that thing. I had a lightning skill. I really wanted that. Okay, so we've arrived to the final gate. That is the power of the wizard. The wizard, if you encounter him out in the gates, he will take you to the final level. And this one's got allies. This will be interesting. It's going to do a little bit of damage to us. That call help attack. Tony at level 9 already. Tony is growing quickly but not learning anything. A Moonherb. Moonherb will cure paralysis, which could be potentially useful in certain situations. Ooh. Now those things are usually pretty useful, those little guys. There's the Demonite. Now I need to catch this, so I'm going to have to save this guy for last. This is going to be something that is going to become very useful. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take out these other 2 guys. Oh man, that thing hits. That Sky Dragon is just doing work. I figured she could take it out on her own. Alright, cool. So we're going to give a pork chop to this Demonite here. This is a devil type monster. So either directly or indirectly, we're going to get Snark a breeding partner at some point if we can get any of these guys to get up and join our party. No one seems to want to join us. Okay, we got Love Water. That's going to be really useful. I was kind of hoping for one of those. Here's where the experience is going to start to ramp up quite a bit, which is nice. Ooh, Fireband. It's going to take a bite out of the MP, but man, look at how much more damage that does. Full force Tony attack, 70. Tony's doing work over here. Alright, let's start calling you Tony Soprano. All the bodies are dropping. Okay, let's see. I think we've got the majority of this particular gate taken care of. I'm only really checking in case I happen to encounter another foreign monster master, because those do provide a lot of experience, can help level us up a lot quicker. I do need a demonite as well, so I'm going to need to get rid of some of these other dudes. You've got no skills. I don't know, I'm going for a skill there. Alright. Now let's take out these evil seeds. Demonite has a very good little advanced skill on him, and that's what makes him kind of dangerous to be trying to save for last. I hope you like beef jerky, buddy. Okay. You're going down in one hit. Nope. Okay. We really need that demonite, though. Ooh, a nut. Attack seed. Okay. You definitely could use some help with attack. Wow, look at the attack on this guy. Snark, we're going to give you an attack seed. You could use it. I got everybody over 50 attack, which is nice. You do need some healing here, Danny. Oh, this thing's going to go down in one hit. Bye-bye. Okay, I think we're about through the full gate here. Hork. Reminds me of like the Swedish chef every time I see this guy. Hork, hork, hork. Bye, hork. Alright, I think we've gone through every part of this. Yeah, we have. Okay, so we are on to the boss. We do need to catch a demonite. If I don't catch one on screen here, I'm going to catch one when I do some grinding. Because we do need that. It's early game, it's like the only thing that Snark can breed with. Firebane. Look at that. Do some good damage. It's better than its attack. Don't spit poison gas at me. I forgot about that. This guy becomes dangerous because of his poison gas. Don't need to be picking that up right before I get to the boss. Tony needs to get smarter. I think that's the issue, is that it's not learning any attacks because it's not smart enough. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start loading up on the beef jerky, because really my only thing I need these guys to do is leave a demonite alive. And it would be smart of them to... I was going to say take out the evil seed, because this thing can do some paralyzing attacks. Alright, well, that worked against me. Okay, so we're gonna have to battle a bunch of dudes before we face this guy. Not because... okay. Technically, I could just walk right to him, but I do want to battle these because they do provide a lot of experience. I do not, however, want to use any MP to do so. It's okay, we can drop this guy pretty easily. A level 10 dragon, okay, so when we get the other dragon, they can breed. Yeah, we can just one around all these dudes, not a big deal. But they do, as you see, provide over 100 each, so that's pretty valuable. I like that. Wow, Tony, you got no skills, buddy. You're all brute force. Alright, we got one more of these guys to take out, and then we face a granddaddy of the trees. I'll name you Grandpa when I catch you here. Not that I can even use you. Okay. Not that I'd want to. It's not really a particularly strong monster. Okay, let's just make sure we're healed up though. I don't want to run into an issue. You're healed enough, Tony. And you're healed. Okay, perfect. I think Danny had full HP. Well, pretty close to it. Okay, we're good. let's get to this fight. Didn't think you could make it this far, but unfortunately this is a dead end. You're about to be a dead end. Call that a stump, buddy. Alright, let's see what we got here. Tony attacking, 31 on this guy. That's a good start. It's got a stop spell, okay. I mean, we don't need to cast anything then, whatever. It makes Snark less useful, but this guy's not going to last long enough. The only thing this guy could possibly do is use this curse attack, and I'm really confused as to why he didn't really go for it. There. There it is. Okay, so the curse is going to make things kind of difficult. Curses can, I don't have any Laurel. Laurel's how you break a curse in this game. It has kind of a random effect. Sometimes it can make things really difficult, and you can lead to like paralysis, and other times it's not hard. And this thing was easy to take down. I'm gonna name you Grandpa Tree. And no, I do not want to take you with me. Yeah, I sure did beat you. Did a good job solving the forest maze. Sometimes taking the longest path is the shortest path. Don't know why that would have been the longest path anyway. Maybe it's an allusion to beat everybody and the game gets easier for you because you get more experience. Okay, so we got that. So I'll tell you what's going to happen here. I'm going to show you one breeding thing that I'm going to be doing. If I happen to have anybody worth breeding. And we'll take that final stock there. And we will end the video there. I'll go back and catch a Demonite, and I will use it to breed with my Snark. And we'll pick back up when we go to the next arena. Grind it up a little bit, and we'll go to the next arena. So, let's take a look at what we got here in the Starry Night Shrine. What do we have? Let's see. Here's our old man, the breeder. So you're good to breed, you're not. Grunt's okay. Drogo's not ready anyway. Yeah, nobody's really good to breed, except for this guy. We don't even have any other plants that I know of. So that should be it then, okay. So next time around, you're gonna see a new souped up version of our gremlin buddy. And we'll be ready to enter the tournament again, next tournament. So, for now, I'm Chicken, signing off. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. Why don't you check in, let me know who your favorite monster so far is. Who do you hope to see make it to the end? What will you think will happen? Just let me know. And if we want to circle back to that first video also, just let me know who you are in the community. Which animal are you? What should I call you, my friends? Anyway, I'm Chicken, signing off for now. So long.